Alola, everybody. Welcome to the finale of Pokemon Gold version. The 22nd playthrough. 22nd. How are we this far already? And how are we only 109 Hall of Famers in out of the what I believe are 1,080 Pokemon that need to go in the Hall of Fame? I am not even, I am just at 10%. And that's assuming I keep getting this average of Hall of Famers in. But eventually I'm going to run out of 2X's and 1X Mons, and it's not going to be too great. Okay, I forgot to add the image to the overlay before the stream. Let me quickly do that, because I like to show this image for the future. Because I could show you my team in the summary screen, but I like to do it like this so it's easy to see when I look at the font later. Let me just quickly save this image, because I did an oopsie. Let's see, pictures. This one. Yeah, it's pretty decent. Okay, so this is my team that I'm going to be challenging the Elite Four with today. Brownie is my favorite. Brownie's cute. Not that strong, but ever since I got Shadow Ball, it became more useful because his physical attack is definitely better than his special stat. Rocky and Jester were both added after Faulkner. Faulkner's level cap was only 9, so I couldn't add too many Pokemon, so I actually started with Totodile, had Smoochum, Dunsparce for it on the team to start with. But I intentionally chose to not transfer any others, so that I could then add stuff, well, any others from level 9 or below, so I could actually add more URs that I wanted, instead of having to fill in the team with a bunch of 1Xs. Because with just Fur and Dunsparce, like, they're decent, but they're not that great, and I really wanted to use a Steel-type in Gen 2. I've been looking forward to using Steelix, and Steelix is really good in Gen 2. I tried an Earthquake, I believe, already last time I played Gen 2, which is Crystal, back in run 8. It had Strength, it kept Strength, Iron Tail, to help with some coverage, and Mud Slap is a 4th move. I taught it when I got that move from Faulkner. Like, I thought maybe I could use it to catch a Pokemon. I might use it against Karen's Gengar to not quite get the KO, but while testing if I'm faster than it. Because that thing's scared with Destiny Bond, so for that one I intend to glare it with Dunsparce, switch to Rocky, and then Rocky finish it, but I need to make sure I'm faster. But I could also test that with Strength, I guess, because that's just not effective. Gesture the Wobbuffet has been a very interesting Pokemon to use, as you can expect. Doesn't really damage things on its own, needs others to damage it. And if those Pokemon hit you for like 6 damage, you counter them for 12. And that is assuming you can predict what they use, because even though, let's say, Body Slam is the opponent's best move, sometimes they decide to just use an alternative special move that is way weaker, and then you swap to Mirror Code, but then no, they use Body Slam again. And that's pretty annoying sometimes. So if you can predict a strong move, or like it's a Pokemon that pretty much only knows physical moves like a Graveler, it's a lot easier to work with. I often forget that it's not just, hey, special move and I press Mirror Code. Mirror Code is still a Psychic type move, so it doesn't affect Dark types. So stuff like Houndour, Murkrow, stuff like that, they use Bite or Crunch, and then yeah, I can't hit them back with Mirror Code, so I need to remember that when I go against Karen. Wobbuffet would be amazing to Mirror Coat their Crunch or their Flamethrower against Houndoom, but it doesn't affect them because Mirror Coat's a Psychic move. Same for counter with Ghosts, but that I don't often use Jester against Ghosts, especially now that I have Brownie with Shadow Ball. We got Drillworm. Drillworm's pretty nice. It's a 1X compared to Brownie being a UR. But its stats overall are pretty good. It has a lot more HP, so I had 3 leftovers in this. I had 2 transferred from the previous run, and then I could have given myself 2 more leftovers through bringing in Snorlax and Clefable from Gen 1, and they automatically become equipped with the leftovers. But the Snorlax is a high level one, the Clefable is level 6. If I would have transferred Clefable, I would have been forced to use it on the team, and I didn't want to use it on the team. So I just transferred in Snorlax, giving myself a third leftovers. It's a pretty nice coverage with Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, return for some good damage. It's the last move that I changed. I changed that yesterday when it was Sunday. And then Glare, which I barely ever use, but that is what I intend to use against Karen's Gengar to make sure it doesn't go before me and Destiny Bond me. Actually, I just thought I could use Brownie against that Gengar as well with Shadow Ball instead of Steelix. And Brownie's fast, so that might be smart. Kissy Kiss the Smoochum. It's cute. A Psychic and Ice Beam can actually hit pretty well. However, it is frail. It's very much on the physical side. I think it's 15 base defense. So I stopped using it around Gym 2. Because it was just too scary otherwise. The occasional fight it did. It's actually going to open the E4 for us though. So if all goes according to plan, I will have, I think, used all Pokemon at least once throughout the E4 and Champion. That's going to be interesting. Make Bite Face my starter. I decided let's go with the 2X this time based on... I just did that based on the Pokemon that I had in my Gen 2 storage. I transferred most of my Gen 2 stuff. I had a bunch of Gen 1 stuff that I could have transferred as well. Saved myself that effort because I didn't expect too many deaths and I had enough backup still for Gen 2. My Bite Face having Surf, it's an HM, also it's its best move. Ice Punch for coverage, so I probably use it against Lance for one of the Dragonite, the Blizzard one. And then it has Cut and Whirlpool, so it sort of evolved into my HM friend, but its two best moves, Surf and Ice Punch, are still in its moveset, so it can still do some cool stuff. That's a squad that we're gonna tackle with. Thank you, Voices, for the good luck. I hope so, because if I beat this, not only, yay, more Hall of Famers, but if I beat this Deathless, which is an achievement on its own, that would mean Deathless 3 runs in a row, because we were Deathless in Violet, which was without transfers, which is huge. And then we were Deathless in Blue with Bug Squad. Bug Squad. Remember that? Metapod, Butterfree, Weedle, Beedrill, Parasat. Throughout Blue, Deathless. That was so weird. That was great fun. Got some items. Here's some healing items. My X items. I don't expect to use them much. Ethers and elixirs that I can use, and never melt ice for either Smoochum or Toto. In case I decide to make use of that, but really Kissy Kiss, with how frail it is, I think Bright Powder will be more useful. Watch the first Satu that I'm going to use it for live with very little HP. Watch that be a thing. Gen 2, you have to stand next to the E4 member. I know there's a thing about standing above them, north of them, because you've beaten them before. You are more powerful. Wahaha! I stand above you. But no, there's a little Pokeball thingy when the battle starts. You have to stand to the left of them, because that looks the coolest. Let me introduce myself. I am Will. I have trained all around the world, making my psychic Pokemon powerful. And at last, I've been accepted in the Elite Four. I can only keep getting better. Losing is not an option. See how cool that looks in the Pokeball? Alright, let's go. Alright, Kissy Kiss. Nah, why you couldn't Fuzzle Ray me? That's not nice. Luckily my physical attack isn't that great either. But I would like to get through the Confuzzle. Ice Beam! Bing bing! I love Gen 2 Ice Beam, it looks really cool. Yay. That is Kissy Kiss's contribution for the Elite Four. Let's switch to something else. Although I guess I could use it against the... Could use her against the other side too. Jinx. Ice Punch and Psychic as its main moves. Actually, I was thinking Drill Worm with Flamethrower, but Brownie with Shadow Ball is better. Go Brownie! Alright. Something I'm not sure I've actually looked at. What are the genders on my team? What's the male-female ratio? on the squad. Everyone's a girl except for Totodile. Only my starter's a guy. Everyone else is a girl. Executor. Psychic, Reflect, Leech Seed, Egg Bomb. I could probably just Brownie still. Although, the safest I think would be Rocky. But I'm gonna just keep doing Brownie. I think it'll be okay. The negative effect with moves like Shadow Ball look really cool on a lot of Pokemon. Gengar especially. Special Defense Fill. How does that... Shadow Ball is a physical move in Gen 2, and they didn't change it in Gen 3. It still lowers special defense. That only starts making sense in Gen 4 when Shadow Ball becomes a special move after this physical special split. It's not negative, by the way. That's, color reversal. The black... Because every Pokemon sprite has 4 colors. Black and white are always 2 of them. And then they just have 2 others to fill in the rest. And some Pokemon look pretty weird because they only have those limited colors. But some Pokemon, they're done really well. I feel like Zatu's done really well. Slowbro, yeah. And then just the lighting sparkles with the white makes sense. Some Pokemon look a bit weird. Executor looks cool, but then let's say like a brownish and then a green color, those are swapped. So the brown becomes green, green becomes brown. That is how they do those effects. We got Slowbro, Curse, Amnesia, Body Slam, Psychic. I want to hit them on the special side because it's a bit less specially defensive. So I think I said to myself Drillworm, just hope they don't Amnesia. Yeah. I am playing this on a different emulator than I did most of the playthrough on, and this one doesn't have as nice of the colors. But this one's the easiest one to put in my overlay. So unfortunately the colors don't come out as nicely. But we can still play well. But this is actually the actual colors that are on the Game Boy. They're just adjusted for the type of screen, and then it comes out different when you play it. Curse, I don't mind that actually makes them slower so we can finish it off with the second Thunderbolt. That was the idea. So I could 2-shot it with Thunderbolt. So plan effective. I trained my Pokemon up to level 50 and then used the rare candies that I had to boost the Pokemon in levels that I thought would be the most useful. Wobbuffet, I thought, might be the most useful in a certain way. But Steelix was going to do some fights later on that are scarier. So I thought, let's just do a few more extra levels for Steelix with the rare candies. So I could just throw in Smoochum again. Yeah. Let Smoochum do her thing. Use Smoochum and the 2 normal types here. Ow. I have Sing just in case I feel like that. Oh, that miss is a Bright Powder. I was gonna say, how did that miss? It's not a Gen 1 miss. Bing, bing. Wait, does Zato have an eye in its arm? Did I just notice that? It doesn't have that in Crystal. But it has an eye in its arm, it looks like. On its wing. Huh? Anyway, Kissy Kiss wins. I haven't used Kissy Kiss for quite some time, and Kissy Kiss just took out 2 Pokemon. I might use Kissy Kiss against 1 or 2 trainers in the Blackthorn gym just to Ice Beam some Dratini. That went well. Good start. Do I need to heal at all? No. Okay, Bruno's next. I think they open with Hitmontop? Yes. So I believe the idea was to open with Jester. Because yes, they have Pursuit, which is a special move, but I wonder if they'll keep using it because it's super effective. If they're that predictable like some of the Gen 1 AI. Dig is the main move I know of it. That'll be Hitmontop's strongest move. Oh, actually, not Bruno yet. It's Koga first. Bruno's second in Gen 1. Oopsie poopsie. Okay, so Ariados is not dangerous. Only damaging move is Giga Drain. However, it can be real annoying with Double Team, and then it can baton pass the Double Team. We don't want that. So we're gonna send in Drill Worm. Steelix will be making her debut in this one. Because there's some Pokemon that we just need to one-shot before they set up anything. Also, the fact that Steelix is immune to poison is really nice here. Oh, come on, it's not melee, but brute force. Uselessly soon enough! I have to say that so quickly every time, because that was my younger brother and I used to do when we first played with these games. Uselessly soon enough! For some reason, we always set that super quickly. Here comes Ariados. But I have a Drill Worm that can shoot fire at you. Ah, just not enough burn. Yeah! Get burned. Bye, Ariados. I don't need to worry about your Double Team. Alright. Let's bring in the big one. Rocky, I choose you! I have 1 or 2 PP ups. I didn't look for all the hidden items. Yeah, I just gave it right there. I didn't expect to spam certain moves like I did in Gen 1 with Spore and Double Team. So I also just didn't think of looking for all the hidden items at the end. But I think I'll be okay with the elixirs and ethers that I have. I normally am in a playthrough. I find the occasional PP up maybe, and then enough ethers and elixirs through regular items, hidden items, that I am able to go through the Elite Four with it. Fortress. I want to just send in Dunsparce, or even Furret, use a fire move to destroy the fortress. It has Swift, Spikes, prefer not, Protect, whatever, skip a turn, and Explosion. Explosion, scary. So really, I just want to send in Rocky to be safe. Because I expect Furret or Dunsparce to go first, and especially Dunsparce to get the KO. But in case it doesn't, or in case for some reason Fortress goes first, I didn't compare base stats in terms of speed, I'll just send in Rocky. See how much this does against a high defense. Not even going to be a 2-shot. Sheesh. So they have a full restore. So I'm actually going to use Mud Slap to do a bit of damage. So I can just take him out with Earthquake next. Oh no, Swift, so much damage. Leftovers. Mud Slap successfully used. So that they don't use a full restore on Fortress. Go, Mud Slap! Ah, his Ace Crowbats. Well, the best they can hit me with is Wing Attack. I have Eye Intel. Yeah, they can be annoying with Double Team, but eventually I'll just hit them. The best they can damage me with is Wing Attack. I resist both Wing Attack and Quick Attack. Toxic doesn't work. And a Leftovers heal all the damage they deal. I just have to hit them through Double Team. That's all. Defense fell, that is nice. So I can hit them one more time with Iron Tail and be fine. Or 2 strengths. I'll just do 2 strengths to save on power points for Iron Tail. Because I might want to use that a bit more. Whoosh. Use Rock Throw. Super effective. Let's see his strongest move. 5 damage! That's more than the 3 from Swift! Oh my gosh! So much damage! No, it's not. Let's send in Muck. Now remember, until the end of Gen 3, or the start of Gen 4, depending on how you look at it, a new Pokemon being sent in doesn't happen at the end of the turn. It happens right after the knockout. So the leftovers heal only comes in after the switch ends. If it would have switched, I wouldn't have gotten leftovers heal. So Muck, the only thing I can do is minimize an acid armor. So I just Earthquake super effective it, and we win the fight. Bye, Muck. Go Rocky! Ah, you have proven your worth. I subjected you to everything I could muster, but my efforts failed. I must hone my skills. Go on to the next room and put your abilities to the test. Okay, now we start with Jester. This fight is gonna be the debut of Jester. I could use McBiteface as well. But yeah, I should be okay against the Onyx, but I could also use Jester against the Onyx. I feel like Jester is the best Pokemon against all of these, except maybe Hitmonchan. Because Hitmonchan does have the elemental punches, but Hitmonchan's special attack stat is horrible. So why is there lava here? Can you withstand our power? I see no fear in you. Determined. Perfect for battle. Ready, Savannah? You'll bow down to overwhelming power. Hoo-ha! Bam, bam, ba-dam, bam, 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 ba-dam, bam, 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 ba-da-dam, bam. I love Gen 2 sprites. Especially if they have nice colors. Alright, let's see if you use physical attacks or if you're gonna use that. Okay, yeah. You're gonna use Dig. How much damage? 22, so that's 44 back. This is gonna take a few hits. Just in case he uses quick attack, I use counter now. Wonder what we do more, quick attack or pursuit. Thing is, I just leftovers heal everything back in those 2 turns. I expect him to max potion here. Yeah. Actually, he didn't. He just went back for Dig. Safeguard for... I just felt like it because I predicted Dig or a heal. And I counter. Take him out. It's a prediction game, you need the opponent to work along, but... Assuming the opponent is somewhat predictable with what damage and moves they use, Jester is such a safe Pokemon to play with. Onyx already. It's speedy, but it's not actually that strong. I will keep saying it. Onyx has less base attack than Oddish. It doesn't make sense to me. Let's give the final Pokemon its debut. His debut. The only guy on the team. Go McBiteface! Surf on the Onyx. Sprinkler attack. Thunderbolt. I mean, no, just Surf. Just Surf. Surf is enough. Surf is plenty. Bye. Now we're gonna Hitmonchan. Who do we use this? Hitmonchan. Rocky? Yeah, let's just do Rocky. Hi, Reverse FD. Nice to see you. Welcome to my finale of Pokemon Gold. Ooh, Fire Punch. Oh no. Such great damage because you have a great special stat. 28 when it's super effective. Earthquake! Nah, not quite the KO. That sucks. Still have the max potion. You hit me with Fire Punch again. I'm gonna have to use potions after this fight. How dare you, Mudslap. Get beaten by Mudslap. Bye-bye. Who's next? Hitmonlee. Go Jester. Oh, Hitmonlee's sprite here looks cool. I really like it. Now, because Jester's in when we reach the official end of turn, Jester's the one that gets the leftovers heal. Hitmonlee has 2 physical moves that unfortunately are both not very effective, so that won't do that much damage. They also have Swagger. That's the scary thing. The confusion. I prefer that to not exist. Jester is safe to use, but yeah, it's not really fun with that confusion. Foresight, because I'm not a ghost. Yeah, I'm back to full health. I think counter only looks at the final hit, so only the second double kick. So that's 10 damage. Reflected, that's 20. I would prefer them to just continuously use high jump kick to either crash damage themselves or deal a lot more damage to me. So 264 to 237. That's 27 damage and 54 back. A lot better than 20. If you could just high jump kick again, please. That would be great. Yeah, double kick is still some damage. 18 damage back. Are they gonna max potion now? Nope. Doesn't feel like it. This isn't Wobbuffet, he has 1 max potion. Maybe it's safe for the Machamp? Speaking of Machamp, here's Machamp. This should be a very safe fight for Jester again. Because it has Foresight and then 3 good fighting moves. No, 3 good physical moves, 2 fighting, 1 Rock Slide. But it missed. Machamp looks really cool in this sprite. Yay, it's gonna be 2-hit, let's go. We can make use of that well. Other Pokemon I liked facing with Jester were various Raticates who kept using Hyper Fang. Because it's easily predictable as a physical move. And it's stab, 80 power, so I could counter it for a lot of damage. 1 hit, maybe 2 hits, and that's enough. Uno down. Those are the 3 fights that I wasn't that worried about. Some Pokemon could be a bit annoying, but I didn't expect it to be scary. I never played Gen 2 until I was like 20, but I remember its time in early 2000s. Yeah. Gen 2 is really fun. Then again, old generations for me are fun. I love Pokemon. Who am I gonna lead with against Cat? I think Umbreon is first, and Umbreon is annoying. It doesn't deal much damage, it's just annoying. Feint Attack, Confuser, and Mean Look Sand Attack. So I just send in Rocky to deal big damage and just hit it hard. To hopefully KO the annoying Pokemon, because I don't want it to set up a bunch of annoying things and keep using Sand Attack and then Mean Look and then I can't do anything. I just want to hit hard. If I had Toxic on the team, I'd probably send the Toxic Pokemon out here. But not this one. I have other Pokemon with Toxic and Protect, I think. Although, did this generation have Protect as a TM? I think so. They only got 1. I am Karen of the Elite Four. Your Savannah? How amusing. I love Dark-type Pokemon. I find their wild, tough image to be so appealing, and they're so strong. Think you can take them? Just try to entertain me. Let's go. Let's go, Rocky. They're still faster. Rocky's not that fast. It actually has more physical attack and less speed than Onyx, which makes more sense for Onyx too, I would say. Just over half, that is positive. I don't like that it's Confuser and Sand Attack now, though. Not much I can do about it. I got through, let's go. I'm real gone. And we got a level 55. Yeah, Protect was introduced in Gen 2. I was trying to think if it was a TM then, or if it was just Detect. But I think Protect was a TM too. Drillworm, you're up. Flamethrower. Doing a little dance. Yeah, Stunspore. I don't like Stunspore. I'll just heal it here. Does that feel safe? Plume can't do that much against Drillworm, I think. Yeah. Did you know Moonlight was introduced in Gen 2? But it's not actually that good. It was... I think Mornings... Wasn't Morning Sun introduced here as well, or was that Legendary? I think... No, I think both, maybe. But they really require Sun to be good. So that's the unfortunate part about the moves. Let's actually use Return. I would actually use Return. I waited for a bit until Return to even do the finale. Not that I had time before getting Return anyway. But I made sure yesterday, right after the stream, to go get Return, because I still had maybe 45 minutes to get that before the date rolled over. Okay, Gengar, here's a scary one. In terms of damage output, the way it damages me is Lick. It's Lick, it's physical, it's low power. And Curse. Curse is not good. And then it's Spike to be annoying, and Destiny Bond, that's the scary one. I could just easy one-shot it with Steelix, with Earthquake. But if Gengar goes first and Destiny Bonds, that Steelix dead. Curse. I think that's good. Oh! Right! Normal move on Ghost. Sometimes status moves avoid stuff like that, but not really. I kept thinking, oh, I'll use Glare, I'll do the thing. I think if it just keeps cursing, then that's a way to take its health out. At least I can just switch because it doesn't have Mean Look. Okay, now that the Glare strategy doesn't work, I have to improvise a bit, so definitely Brownie now. Steelix is definitely slower than Gengar. Spike, whatever. I'm gonna test the speed with Return. Intentionally not hit it, not damaging it. I'm faster, okay. So if they don't Destiny Bond, I Shadow Ball them. And they didn't do it. Please don't let it... It would have been so sucky if at this point it was a speed tie and they Destiny Bonded. I've barely ever seen that Gengar Destiny Bond, but I need to be careful. Murkrow. Doesn't do much at all. Go Rocky. Doesn't even have a flying move. They should have just given it Fly as a move. I can tell. Now here's one of the scariest Pokemon of the Elite Four. In general, because of stats, plus the fact that it's two very good stat moves, 80 power and 95. But also the fact that my team doesn't have great answers for this Pokemon. Rocky can one-shot it, but Rocky's also weak to its strongest move. Brownie can maybe two-shot it. Houndoom can two-shot Brownie. Jester could be really nice. It's really predictable. Houndoom's gonna use a special move, but Mirror Coat doesn't affect Dark types because Mirror Coat is psychic. Drillworm's damage a bit can deal decent damage with return. Kissy Kiss is gonna die. I'm actually gonna use McBite Face. Maybe Houndoom crit crunch could hit McBite Face because that's double damage. Remember this gen? I think it's Gen 6 plus or it's 1.5 times. McBite Face, come on. Just the one. Just the one. Yeah, crit would have done it there. Would have made it not a deathless run. But now we need this one to be a full damage. Not even. Oh no. How do I beat him now? This Houndoom looks a lot less menacing than in Crystal Sprite. But it's still scary. Okay, I thought really McBite Face with Surf Stab could take him out. Huh. Now what do I do? I think... Well, I could switch to Jester to just safely heal him some things, but I need a switch-in that already damages one of my Pokemon. Wait, they have Pursuit as well, don't they? If that Houndoom uses Pursuit now when I switch, Totodile is dead. Because that Pursuit at double damage, which happens when I switch, is basically Crunch. Oh no. I don't think I've ever seen it use Pursuit. Crunch just makes sense because it's extra power. So I don't think it will do it. I think... Do I Drillworm? I think Drillworm because it's higher HP, more survivability than Furret. I'm gonna check some stats, because I'm not sure if I can do it here. Furret. Base HP 85, but special defense 55. Meanwhile, Dunsparce is 165. 100 and then 65. So yeah, survivability for Dunsparce is better. I don't dare send in Rocky. Because Rocky they'll probably use Crunch again. Rocky can take that hit, but then Houndoom outspeeds it with Stab, Flamethrower, super effective. I think Drillworm will be okay. Don't use Pursuit. Ooh, it took a bit. I thought we were gonna use Pursuit. Okay, we're good there. The max potioned. Okay. That is safe. I like it. I get some leftovers heal. Now we actually Glare here. Flamethrower is the strongest move. Glare actually help here against instead of the Gengar. Okay, this... No. Oh, wow. That does more damage than I thought it would. Okay, so I'm gonna heal... Sometimes there are those specific Pokemon that are just real scary. This is one of them. Lance's Fight is quite a lot of scary ones that I'm not sure of that I can beat. Well, I can beat them, but if they crit or use the wrong move and I don't predict right with, let's say, Wobbuffet, they can definitely take me out. Or just, yeah, we can beat them, but we need to survive one hit. And if they crit, it's a problem, like with Totodile. But we didn't actually take them out with Totodile. Okay, so that's less than half, but the problem is, if I then attack, I'm not gonna KO them. And then they attack back and then they crit. I need to be careful of crits. But they could be fully paralyzed thanks to Glare now. So I'm going to use healing items until they're fully paralyzed. Who's the good doggy? Who's going to get fully paralyzed? I didn't take burn damage there because in Gen 1 and 2, things like poison damage and burn damage come after you move. So after the person moves that is poisoned or burned. This changes in Gen 3. I remember finding this out really early on, because early on you have Wurmple that can use Poison Sting. And I really like that change. Okay, now we go. Return. How much damage? I think it'd be max type return. If not, it's very close. Over half. Is that a crit? That... You're telling me a non-crit return did more damage than Totodile Surf. I know Totodile is not evolved. And I know it's not, the Totodile special attack is not that great, but wow, that is not the difference I expected. Return again. Well, Glare was used effectively in this fight, just not against the Pokemon I expected. Go Drillworm. We beat Karen! Well, aren't you good? I like that in a trainer. Strong Pokemon. Weak Pokemon. That is only the selfish perception of people. Truly skilled trainers should try to win with their favorites. I like your style. You understand what's important. Go on. The champion is waiting. Sounds like you're in a pickle. Yeah, I was in a pickle for a moment. Hi, Mariela. Let's see. What is Houndoom's stats? Base defense 50, special defense 80. I didn't remember it as that big of a difference. That would have helped too. Okay, let's heal up the Pokemon. Let's use the ethers. All of that. Now, normally, I like to put when I face the champion or whatever the final challenge is in a Pokemon game, I like to put my Pokemon in order in the team of how they are on my normal overlay, which would put first, because that was the first UR in the party. Then the first three URs, and then the 1X, and then the 2X. However, even though for the last few runs, that first UR was very good against the lead of the champion, here it's not. Which means my 110th Hall of Famer, assuming I make it, isn't gonna be Brownie. It's gonna be Drillworm. The Drillworm has Thunderbolt. Okay, let's look at the power points. What do we need? Rocky definitely wants Earthquake done, but Lance has old flying Pokemon. Literally all of his Pokemon are flying type. He's a Dragon Master, but all of them, only 3 are dragons, and they're all the same species. And 2 are, I guess 2, maybe 3 are dragon-like, but they're all flying types. Bring rock attacks to this fight. Just be careful of Gyarados in that case. So I'll just probably use an Elixir on Rocky. Drillworm doesn't really need it, but might as well, because I'm not going to use the Elixirs anywhere else. Max Ether for counter. Nah. Ice Beam, maybe. This is why I brought the Never Melt Ice. That's for this fight. So even with a Mystic Water boost, that wasn't more than the return. So Never Melt Ice on Toto. Just to help deal a bit of damage. Would it one-shot a Dragonite, considering Dragonite's stats? Quite possibly it won't. If only Explosion was a TM so you can use it against the champion. Like, I could, but that would then make one of my Pokemon die, and it's still a Nuzlocke. I would prefer not to have a death in a Nuzlocke. I've used Hyper Beam against people before in Gen 1. Hyper Beam is fun. As long as you get the KO with it, because otherwise it's scary. No, I was already on them. So we did Max Ether on, we said counter. Elixir Rocky. Might as well on Drillworm. Brownie, what did you even use? Turn. Kissy Kiss Ice Beam. Should be fine. But might as well use the moves, the items, because otherwise I'm not gonna use the items anyway. The Shadow Ball, I think that's all the moves. Did I use any others? I don't think so. Drillworm, yep, that's the one I want. Drillworm has the electric attack. And it's after that it becomes scary, for some of them. Aerodactyl I'm not that afraid of. Charizard maybe a bit. is the last Dragonite that I'm most afraid of. Second one, too. First one should be okay, but assuming it's the first one in the list. I want it to be the Blizzard Dragonite, but we don't know ahead of time which Dragonite it will be. I've been waiting for you. Savannah! I knew that you, with your skills, would eventually reach me here. I love the silence. There's just nothing. Because you don't notice how often there's background music until the music is taken away. And that suddenly adds a lot of intensity. Yes, music can bring in certain moods, enhance, strengthen certain emotions, whether it's in movies or games or theater shows. There's a little background music to play while the actors are going. I remember using that in a theater play at one point, and then when it suddenly got really tense and we needed the audience to pay extra attention to what a certain character who went crazy was saying, we took away the music. And that was such an intense moment. And this is the way they're building it too. The tensity. There's no need for words now. We will battle to determine who is the strongest of the two of us. As the most powerful trainer, and as the Pokemon League champion, I, Lance the Dragon Master, accept your challenge. Let's go to the Hall of Fame. Team Totodile and Girls. I like this sprite of Gyarados. I think I like it more than the one in Crystal. Looks more menacing. Looks cooler with the not spiral, but the turn. Rain Dance. That's gonna help with the Thunder Dragonite. Come on, Drill Worm. Get him. Critical hits. Get out of there. Drill Worm level up. Good. Now, which Dragonite is this? That's the big question. If this is Blizzard Dragonite, I want to send in Totodile. If it's Thunder Dragonite and to send in Totodile, I'm dead, especially considering the rain is now active. And it's harder to predict because Drill Worm isn't weak to either. If I had, I don't know, a ground type that I beat Gyarados with, they would have sent a Blizzard Dragonite. Almost certainly. But we don't know. Until we see the move. It's not even that one of them's female, one of them's male. So just for safety, I'm going to send in Jester. Because I don't know which one it is. It's unlikely to be the Fire Blast one, because it's the final one with Outrage 2. It's not, because this is the 47. They have both the 47 Dragon has Twister, Thunder Wave, Hyper Beam, and then it's either Blizzard or Thunder. I'm gonna Mirror Coat. They Thunder Waved, I don't like it. I'm gonna heal that. It's the Thunder Dragonite. Good thing I didn't send out Totodile. Okay, they probably send out the Thunder Dragonite because of the rain being active. Don't want to be paralyzed. They keep using Thunder because of the rain. That makes a lot of sense. I hope they keep doing that. And I can use Mirror Coat at least once. Nope, they Hyper Beam me. You know what? For safety, I'm gonna heal my HP. I should have just full restored earlier. I have a bunch of them. Why wouldn't I? Stop using Thunder Wave. It's annoying. I want to make sure I can actually use my counter or Mirror Coat. I have enough full heals though, so let's go. Let's go, Dragonite. Hyper Beam. Okay. Now I want to remember what Safeguard actually does. Does it prevent stat reduction or does it prevent status? Safeguard. Non-volatile status condition, so that actually stops Thunder Wave. For a few turns, but it's a thing. So I'll actually use Safeguard to stop me from being hit by Thunder Wave. Doesn't come into play ever. Except now, I guess. So now it's, are they going to use Hyper Beam or Thunder? With Rain not active, I would think Hyper Beam is a bit more likely because that's also a signature move. No, of course they use Thunder. Eh, that heals me a bit more with leftovers. Hyper Beam me. Twister. Why? Yeah, because that's your strongest move. That's one of the harder things about using Jester. They keep switching up their moves. Maybe because I'm using Counter and Mirror Code? Watch me use Mirror Code now. They're gonna Hyper Beam. No. But they missed. I want... just hit me when I'm trying to use the Mirror Code. And now they use Hyper Beam. Stop. Please stop. Please. I just want to beat you, Dragon Knight. Hyper Potion. When can I finally deal some damage? Yeah, and then they miss when I use Counter. Stop missing! Stop! What is this? Why? Okay, now they're gonna Thunder, right? No, I thought they were gonna switch again, but they Hyper Beamed. Lance, stop! I just wanna use the Wobbuffet against you. Safeguard. Like, how many Hyper Beams does he have left? Yay, damage! It's only Twister, but it's at least damage. Bing, bing! The annoying thing is, he's gonna have a full restore. I'm not sure if he'll use it on this Dragonite, but he has it, so that's gonna be annoying when he eventually uses it. Only Wynot's gonna be a strategy like this when I eventually use Wynot. I think Wynot's in Gen 3. But Wynot's a lot less safe to use than Wobbuffet. So this will be the only time I really focus this much on just sending it back. Certain Pokemon have unique strategies that you're only gonna use once in the Foreverlocke, assuming they don't die. Ditto is another one, but I barely use Ditto. Ditto's in the Hall of Fame. Dang it, flinch. Stupid flinch. Yes, Thunder. Just don't paralyze me and I KO the Dragonite. Mirror Coach! Dealt with. We got him. 4 more Pokemon. Which one's next? The other Dragonite. I assume that this is gonna be Blizzard Dragonite. So, I would like to send in Totodile for Ice Punch, but also, if it's the Outrage one, that's scary, and also Hyper Beam Crit is gonna kill me. So I don't want to. Rocky will probably be okay against the Blizzard one, but the Fire Blast one is scary. So I think we just gotta do the same thing, and we go Jester. Just gotta predict some more moves. About 70. Okay. Of course, he has Hyper Beam now. 214. Towards 80. That's scary. So I need to heal next turn. There's a high damage roll crit hyper beam. Like, it's a combination of a few different factors, low chance, but it can happen. You better be aware of what a crit can do and low rolls, high rolls. Like, that's only if this was a low roll. This might have also been a high roll for damage for hyper beam. No, I wanted to click mirror code. That would have been huge. I thought it was still a mirror code. I clicked too quickly. Oops. We're still safe. We can still do some damage. It's unfortunate that we don't get the mirror code on Blizzard. Misses. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna predict a hyper beam. Counter. No, they're still Blizzard. Now they're gonna Blizzard. No, they're Thunder Wave. They're gonna be almost out of power points for Blizzard, I think. What's the power points on Blizzard? 5. Yeah. I didn't keep track of it, but they're almost out, so counter predicting Hyper Beam? No, they're still Twister, of course. I want them to use Hyper Beam so I can just one-shot them from here. And I don't need to do 2 hits. Critical hit! That's not nice. This is the safest play. We're gonna use Jester. There's probably other Pokemon that could beat him, especially combination of Pokemon. But I'd like to play it safe because I want to have a Hall of Famers. Now, because they miss Hyper Beam, and then they Thunder Wave again. Stop! Please stop. Just Hyper Beam me. I don't know if you have Hyper Beams left. I should have kept count. Oh, that's another Hyper Beam. There's not a lot of that left. Yeah! It's a physical attack in this game. Jester, counter! Bye, Dragonite. Okay, so that's 3 Pokemon defeated. 3 to go. Hey, Jester 52. That's here. Aerodactyl. I keep Jester. Because Aerodactyl is easily predictable. Damaging physical move is... that's all it has. They go with Hyper Beam. So counter. Would have liked to have Jester a lot more healed. Charizard, so they're ending with their ace. Playing through a wing attack slash still Hyper Beam. Rocky is scary. The last 2 have big fire moves. I kinda wanna use Jester, but at the same time, it's low HP. I'm gonna Drill Worm here. And I'm gonna, I think, Glare turn 1, and then hopefully use a Paralysis turn to help heal Drill Worm, and then Jester, because I'll probably use Jester again against the last Dragonite. Looks like Charizard's like forming the fire between its arms and it just shoots them out. Some kind of magic attack. Yeah, It's about 60 damage, so he can actually crit kill me from here. So when Charizard stays fully paralyzed, that's when I heal Jester. So that, and only after that do I start attacking with Drill Worm. And that way, when Charizard gets taken down by Drill Worm, I can safely switch into Jester for the final Dragonite. Because I could use... No, I actually don't think McBikeface the Totodile will be able to do it with Ice Punch. Ice Beam, Smoochum, possibly. But Dragonite's faster and can easily one-shot a 15 base defense Smoochum. Smoochum's done its thing, done her thing against the Xatu of Will. Steelix didn't do as many fights as I thought it would, so having had more levels on Wobbuffet I think would have been good. I think the intention was to use Steelix maybe against a Blizzard Dragonite. Or no, the Thunder Dragonite, I think, was the intention for Steelix. But I didn't want to have Steelix out against the Fire Blast Dragonite, which is the final one, which is unlikely that it'd be used, but I wasn't going to risk it. That was only 56. No, there's 56 after leftovers. You're going to be fully paralyzed. I know it's a chance of 1 in 4, but we've got way more than 4 turns. That was 70 damage, yeah, that was a low roll earlier and then much higher now. Actually, no, not much difference. 3 HP. Only paralyzed, there we go. Jester to max HP. 273 HP at just level 52, that's nuts. So now we do the same thing with healing Drill Worm until fully paralyzed, so we can get a safe turn. But it's eventually also going to run out of flamethrowers. And then it's going to be between Slash, Hyper Beam, and Wing Attack. But I don't... It hasn't crit me once. But you're going to see that the moment I hit him to, I don't know, quarter of Charizard's health, and then they crit Flamethrower me back. I'm not going to risk it. I have a good amount of more healing items to do this. If I had, let's say, 2 healing items left, I might try to play differently and then keep the healing items for Wobbuffet. Because I have a good chance of winning without this healing strategy. I just Thunderbolt them, they don't take me out due to either paralysis or just not critting me, and then I heal to full HP with a max potion, and then I just repeat the process. But I don't want to be risky. Fully paralyzed, there we go. Thunderbolt. Oh, I'm actually going first. That's good knowledge. Oh yeah, because your speed actually cut to 25% instead of 15, like in later generations. So I can actually just safely get the second hit in. See that crit? I don't like that. That could have happened a few turns ago, and I would have been dead if I didn't heal. Alright, Charizard done. Thank you, Drill Worm. You kept up well, you took a lot of hits there. Jester! Let's make it 3 deathless Foreverlocke runs in a row. Alright. It isn't slightly stronger, but it is actually a bit more predictable. Safeguard. I'm okay with that. Because I'm not gonna try and paralyze you or poison you or whatever. That's the predictable one. Outrage, because that's 2 or 3 turns in a row. As long as... Ooh, that's 90-ish damage, almost 90. So crit will be around 180, but I'm gonna have leftovers too, so I think it'll be okay. It's actually a one-shot, it was enough damage! Otherwise I would have just mirror coded it because they were confirmed to use it on turn 2. But no need! Champions! And I actually used everyone in the E4. All Pokemon were used at least once, that was really cool. I'm happy I used Totodile against Onix, and was scary against Houndoom. Houndoom turned out to be the scariest one. The Dragonite were just more annoying than anything else. I had to play carefully against a Charizard, but the scariest one was the Houndoom, which I knew was one of the threats. Steelix ended up not being used as much. But it was still a very good Pokemon, especially throughout the playthrough, because a lot of trainers are not ready to deal with Steel types. And you know what an ironic thing is? They introduced the Steel type, they introduced a Steel Gym, where the ace is Steelix. You know what a great counter is for that gym? A Steelix. You don't normally have a Steelix at that point, because you don't get a metal coat until post-game. But I had a Steelix. The Magnemite don't hit you except for Sonic Boom, I think? And then their Steelix doesn't have Earthquake, it just has Rock Throw and Iron Tail as damaging moves. So that was extremely simple, I just pressed Earthquake 3 times. I guess the Magnemite might have Supersonic, I don't remember. But yay! Deathless run! Your conquest of the league is just fantastic. Your dedication, trust, and love for your Pokemon made this happen. Your Pokemon were outstanding too, because they believed in you as a trainer. They persevered. Congratulations, Savannah. Let's interview the brand new champion. This is getting it to be a bit too noisy. Savannah, could you come with me? Wait, we have it in the interview! Yay! It's been a long time since I last came here. This is where we honor the League Champions for all eternity. A courageous Pokemon are also inducted. Here today we witness the rise of a new League Champion. A trainer who feels compassion for and trust in his Pokemon. A trainer who succeeded through perseverance and determination. The new League Champion who has all the makings of greatness. Savannah, allow me to register you and your partners as Foreverlocke Hall of Famers. Champions. Pokemon Gold cleared. 3 Deathless runs in a row. Let's go! I love this Hall of Fame theme. So hype. Rocket! Just a Wobbuffet! Benny! Did a little bit in the first fight. Kissy kiss! I'm angry, but I'm gonna kiss you. And my starter, my bad face! And me, Savannah. You need to fill up the Pokemon, catch different kinds of Pokemon. Most Pokemon are slotted. I'm literally in the post game. I'm gonna get the metal coat. I'm gonna catch a Houndour in literally a Master Ball because I have 2. Oh, I didn't mention, I did the lucky number show in Goldenrod last week. Well, I did it a couple times throughout the run. I did last week, I got a Master Ball. And then you get the free Master Ball. So I have 2 Master Balls. I'm only gonna catch 1 more Pokemon. I caught 2 in the main game. I'm gonna catch a Houndour in post game. That's it. I'm gonna get the metal coat, catch the Houndour, and then that's the run. So I hope in the meantime, I'm just gonna do a bunch of wild encounters. Hope I find it shiny, I guess. Otherwise, I waste a Master Ball. Ba-da-da, love these dancing Pokemon. Ba-ba-da-da-da-da. So, what's my next run? I could do Scarlet with DLC, because Paldea's in the region I haven't done twice yet. However, I haven't fully finished the DLC on stream yet, and so I don't want to do that yet. Only yesterday did I find Raging Bull and Gouging Fire, so there's still a bit more to discover before I go to Gen 9 again. Could do Let's Go, but I don't feel like doing that one yet. So, I'm actually just gonna go continue in the order of generations. So, the next one is Gen 3. I started with Sapphire, and then I decided I'm gonna do one of the remakes, which was Leaf Green. I'm gonna go back to the regulars, and the second time I do the regulars, I do the, I guess, the third version. I did that with Crystal, now I'm gonna do that with Emerald. So, Pokemon Emerald will be playthrough 23. And you know what the fun thing about that is? I get to use a shiny, because my first shiny was one I caught in playthrough 10 in Leaf Green. And it's a level 3 Pokemon? It's a Jigglypuff, but it's a Wigglytuff slot. So, I have no idea yet what my starting team will be, but there will be a Wigglytuff. I have limited Pokemon available, especially like the early Pokemon in Gen 3, because yeah, sure, I've done 2 runs in them, Sapphire and Leaf Green, but I've also done XD and Coliseum, so I've used quite a few Pokemon from Gen 3. But yeah, not sure what Pokemon I'm going to use. Probably Wigglytuff. Starter, I'm thinking Marshtomp, because Marshtomp, great in with Mudshot against 3rd Gym especially. I like that a lot. I'm going to keep the fully evolved starters for Oras, so no Swampert or Sceptile. So probably Marshtomp as my starter, and then Wigglytuff, and then we'll see what the rest of the team is, because I don't remember all that's in my Gen 3 storage. I'll spend a little bit more time on this game, not in the stream, but just off stream to catch that metal, to get the metal coat, catch the Houndour, and then that's it. Because after Houndour, the only slots that I have remaining in Gen 2 are Igglybuff and Magby, which I can either much more easier catch in later games, such as Gen 7, at the Wella Volcano Park for Magby, and Igglybuff I'm not 100%. And otherwise it's Odd Egg and Crystal. You don't get them in Gold and Silver outside of breeding, and you can't do breeding here. So Gen 2 actually has less Pokemon now that aren't slotted than Gen 1. Although, I suppose if you count the starters, you have Chikorita, Megadium, Cyndaquil, Typhlosion, Croconaw, Alligator, so it's about the same in that sense. But outside of starters, Gen 2 has less than Gen 1. Let's watch the intro video just because we can. Pokemon Gold. The game that started Gen 2. Shelter! Blah! I look forward to using blah! The Shelter. Out of the way, Jigglypuff! Why's that being just so aggressive? Charizard, flamethrower, explosion thing, Pokemon Gold, Foreverlocke 22. Deathless. Hall of Famer 110. Turtleworm the Dunsparce. Unlocks another mythical, even though I've only ever redeemed 7. But I could do 11 now, so when I get around to Gen 9, I could, I guess, put a bunch of them in. But maybe I'll just do one at once, because I'm really looking forward to using stuff like Volcanion and Zeraora. But some of them are only really high levels, so it's going to be ages until I use them. I redeemed Celebi before I did Crystal, which is run 8. I haven't got to use Celebi because it's level 30. You don't get a lower level Celebi. If I get a lower level 1, if that's possible, then great. That's how I use Fiona in Soul Silver, because you get it at level 1. And Fiona was my answer for Lance. Got Rocky. Rocky was really cool to use. Rocky was great. And we finished something off with Mudslap. Yay. Jester, very useful, very safe. Just took a while to predict things sometimes, and you could see how the Dragonite did not play along. But then when they did, and they used a really strong stat move, we destroyed it. Brownie the Frit. Brownie's cute. Didn't fight that much, but it did. Brownie did that thing. I think Exeggutor and Jinx were the ones that I fought with Brownie. Kissy Kissy Smoochum was nice early on. I think was the one that defeated Faulkner and did some other trainers. I want to show you the Psychic's animation. Because we haven't seen Psychic's animation, and yeah, I like Ice Beam's animation, so I really like Psychic's into animation. And then McBiteface. McBiteface in the Hall of Fame, yay. We started in Gen 2 with a water starter and actually got into the Hall of Fame. Let's go. The first run, our starter died against Will. The Gen 2 Johto run. Crystal, our starter, Quilava, died against Whitney. And our starter actually made it into Hall of Fame. Swing by my lab. Okay, I will swing by your lab. What's up? Yay. Thing is, I do have to use different Pokemon now because we're in post-game. So I actually hope that the Pokemon that I can select, because it still has to be 3 URs, 2 1X, and a 2X, that the Pokemon that I select will be good enough and safe enough to get me to the Houndour, because otherwise I just skip the Houndour. I do want to have the Metal Coat, but I believe there's no mandatory battles, maybe one mandatory battle on the ship until you get the Metal Coat. Metal Coat is for Scizor. I have the Scyther ready to evolve, but I just need the Metal Coat. First Metal Coat that I got was in Crystal. I couldn't get it in Silver because I lost. That's the only loss I had in the Foreverlocke so far. The one I got in Crystal was using for Steelix. The one I'll get here will be used for Scizor. Look at this Psychic. Actually, let me show you Parasong. I'm not sure I've ever seen Parasong in Gen 2. Very Parasong. And then Psychic. In a regular playthrough, you have a pretty good chance of seeing Xatu use it for Will. But we didn't get to see it this time. Alright, that will be it for this stream. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. My Hall of Famers, Drillworm, Rocky, Chester, Brownie, Kissy Kiss, and McBiteface. Later today, I'll be streaming again in my regular stream schedule, because remember, I stream on Monday, Wednesday, and on Saturday. On Monday and Saturday, I start at 7 PM Central European Time, which is 1 PM US Eastern. And then on Wednesday, I do something else, and then I start at 1 PM Central European Time, which is 7 AM Eastern US Time. Hopefully you'll see you tonight, or in another stream. And if you're a Foreverlocke fan, I'll see you the next time. Or Foreverlocke finale, where we get to Pokemon Emerald, and hopefully we get the first shiny into the Hall of Fame. See you next time, and make sure you always remember that you are worth it. Goodbye.